Hello, and here I am today on Classic Gaming for the 9 millionth time. And we're finally getting around to Mega Man X, or a Mega Man game in general. I had honestly thought I did this video way earlier, but looking through my Classic Gaming videos, there's a chronic lack of Mega Man, so I have to rectify the situation today with this video. Anywho, the game originally came out on the SNES back in 1993, probably before most of you were even born. Its creator, and I hope I am pronouncing his name right, Keiji Inafune, I don't know if that's right, has been in the gaming news a lot lately for how he's handling the successful Kickstarter of his latest not Mega Man but totally Mega Man project, Mighty Number 9. I personally want to see its release, but it's been forever since we had a decent Mega Man game. Not that the 10 million re-releases of the Mega Man game, well, hell, on my gaming shelf alone have 2 of them, and not too long ago, they just released the Mega Man Legacy Collection on Steam. I have the Mega Man Anniversary Collection and the Mega Man X Collection, both for PlayStation 2, and yes, they have been re-releasing old shit since PlayStation 2. Not a single new game since. Obviously, Capcom isn't going over that well with Mega Man fans, so Inafune was sort of the last hope for something Mega Man E, though tough shit. He postponed the release of Mighty Number 9 until 2016 because reasons, I guess. His other Kickstarter projects seem to be having trouble as well. I forget the name of it, Red something. I'm sure I'll remember it after this video too. So it'll probably come to me while I'm just sitting here. Anyways, back to Mega Man X. I played it back in 1994, I think. Rented it from some mom and pop video store. It was a tiny little video store in Verona. I mean, it was no bigger than my bedroom. This was back when VHS. This was before DVDs, so. And I learned in that place literally no longer exists, obviously, because Progress. I played the literal hell out of this game, despite the fact I completely sucked at Mega Man games on the NES. But this was before the internet and before I had any patience in learning patterns and predictability or what weapons to use on what bosses or where all the secrets are, etc., etc. You get the point. Mega Man X, like all the Mega Mans before it, followed the formula of fighting 8 robot masters. If you didn't know that, you're an idiot. Who all have different weapons and methods of attack. Once you beat them, you get their weapon, which you can use on other robot masters, obviously, because each robot master probably has a weakness to a weapon you might have just got. It makes them a hell of a lot easier to kill. Mega Man X is actually like Mega Man 8, I think, because I remember it going from Mega Man 6 in here in the East United States to Mega Man 10 was the next release, because Mega Man 6 was on SNES or on the NES, and it was like the last Mega Man game I played, and all of a sudden it jumped to X, which is obviously the new Roman numeral for 10, but it's like 8 or something really. Mega Man 7 didn't actually come out on the SNES till after the console itself was not even being produced anymore. But I like the X series more than I like the regular Mega Man series. I know that's probably blasphemy, but what's the difference really? Well, X upgrades secrets, has upgrades and secrets that are scattered around the levels. It's kind of Metroidvania like. So you have to go back, you'll get like an upgrade, and you have to go back to a level you've already beaten to find a secret that you couldn't get to previously because you didn't have the upgrade. So Mega Man X plays less like a Mega Man and more like a Metroid and Castlevania game. And that's kind of what I like about it. And the other differences in Mega Man X, you get an upgrade to your blaster, which allows you to charge up special weapons, which you couldn't do in regular Mega Man. I mean, you could charge up your gun in Mega Man and do big blast, but you couldn't do that in Mega Man X. Well, you could do it in Mega Man X, but you couldn't charge up your special weapons in Mega Man. I'm getting myself confused, but other than that, Mega Man X's other difference in the Mega Man X series is they have a starting level that kind of progresses the story, rather than the NES version where they just have like a little cutscene or text at the beginning of the game. Mostly it's text, because this was the NES we was talking about. But also some that special weapons, when you charge them up, they had special attacks. Like in Mega Man X, you can actually the Penguin, I forget his name. I was calling Penguin Man. You could charge up his weapon and make like an ice sled or something. And it's they usually have some kind of use for getting to other places. But though, make no mistake, Mega Man 2 is probably the best in the series, period. Mega Man X is actually the first Mega Man game I ever beat. I remember spending way too much time with this as a kid. Though I had the time back then, so who cares, right? The story is, and I'm actually pretty much reading this straight from Wikipedia, so make it a little bit easier to digest. So, and I quote, Mega Man X takes place in an unspecified time during the 22nd century, and approximately 100 years after the original Mega Man series. A human archaeologist by the name of Dr. Kane discovers the ruins of a robotic research facility that had once been operated by the legendary robot designer Thomas Light. Among the ruins, Kane finds a large capsule which contains a highly advanced robot with a human-level intelligence and emotions. Gee, I wonder who that could be. And even free will. And like of which the world had never seen before. Light had wished to instill within his creation reasonable sanity, good nature, and an understanding of running a 100-year diagnostic program to ensure these features. Kane spends the next several months studying the robot, whose name is Mega Man X, or simply X. Kane decides to duplicate X, and within several months completes his first replicant android, or Reploid, a robot who can think, feel, learn, and grow exactly like a human. Within the year, the design is standardized and Reploids are mass-produced. However, with free will given to the Reploids comes the possibility of criminal activity, such as rogue Reploids are branded as Mavericks by law-abiding citizens. Okay. There's one paragraph down. As the public outcry against the few Maverick incidents becomes too great to deny, the government steps in and, under the advice of Dr. Kane, forms an elite military police organization called the Maverick Hunters. The Hunters are to capture and disable any Reploids that pose a threat to humans, provide damage control at Maverick uprisings, help with disaster recovery, and perform other tasks as needed to lead. No, you get the point. It pretty much leads straight to all-out war. So to take all that in, because I am running out of time here, the game is classic and I love it, and I still go back to play it even to this day. Because where else do you go get fucking Mega Man at? Because certainly not from Capcom and Inafune. Just rely on the good old stuff. Anyways, that's about all the time I have for this video, so thanks for watching.